Purpose of life is to love. Love yourself first. Because if you don't love yourself, you can't love the world. So the three positive qualities that we need to cultivate in our life is kindness, compassion, and generosity. We need a new trinity for the age of love, for the age of ecology, for the age of holistic thinking.
Welcome to the 1 Million Years of Joy podcast. I'm Dr. Andrea Benaker, your host, and my intention is to inspire you to find more joy in your life through the stories from our guests and the science on joy and purpose. Satish, welcome. It's such a pleasure to have you with us today.
It's my pleasure as well.
Satish, I've been admiring your work and it's absolutely incredible. Your journey as a former monk, peace-pilgrim, author, and ecological advocate for over 50 years has been extraordinary. How have all these experiences shaped your understanding about the purpose of life?
For me, it's very simple. Purpose of life is to love. Love yourself first. Because if you don't love yourself, you can't love the world. Then love everyone, whoever they are. If you are a communist, I love you. If you are a capitalist, I love you. If you are a Hindu, I love you. If you are a Muslim, I love you. Christian, I love you. If you are rich, I love you. If you are poor, I love you. So loving everyone is the purpose of life. All our work is for love. And so that is unconditional love without any expectation. And then love nature. Love yourself, love all people, and then love nature. You love mountains and forests and rivers and animals and birds and insects and earthworms. All creatures in nature are wonderful. They are gifts from the universe. And so we have to love all creatures. So if you love yourself, you love all people, and you love nature, then you can sail smoothly in your life. And that's the purpose of your life. All your problems are solved. If you love, love is the solution to all our problems. So that has been the purpose. All my monkhood, all my peace pilgrimage, going around the world. I walked for 2.5 years around the world through 15 countries, 8,000 miles without a penny in my pocket. And I survived because of love, because of trust. And so love is the answer to all our questions.
Can you share the most profound moments that you've experienced along the way, and how has that shaped all the work that you've been doing over so many years?
Wherever I have been loving everybody. And so I have been receiving love. And one of the story, if you want to know a story, when I was walking around the world, I was giving a leaflet describing why I'm walking and why we are walking without money and all that pilgrimage, idea of pilgrimage. And I gave this leaflet to 2 women who were standing in front of a tea factory in Georgia near the Black Sea. At that time, it was part of the Soviet Union. And when these 2 women read my leaflet, they asked me, have you truly, really walked from India to Georgia without any money? I said, yes, we have. So how do you eat? They asked me. And I said, people give us food. After a second, she said, oh, are you hungry? We can give you some food because we have got this nice canteen in our tea factory. And we have nice tea and nice food. Come and have some food for us and tell us your story. Food with us and tell your story. So we went in and they gave us nice tea and nice bread and nice jam and nice cheese and nice everything. And then suddenly, one of the women had a brainwave. She got up, went out. When she got up and went out, I thought, have I just said something bad or have I offended her? Why is she leaving like this in the middle of the conversation? But she came back And she came back with 4 packets of tea. And she gave it to me. And I said, thank you. But then she said, they are not for you. You are giving me these packets of tea and you are saying not for you. For whom are they? Then she said, I would like you to be my messenger and give 1 packet of peace tea to our premier in the Kremlin. 2nd packet of peace tea to the president of France in Palais Élysée. And please give them a message for me, a message from me. What is your message? I asked. If you ever get a mad thought of pressing the nuclear button, please stop for a moment and have a fresh cup of tea. And that will give you a moment to think that your bombs will not only kill your enemy, your bombs will kill all men, women, children, innocent people, animals, forests, rivers, lakes, everything will be destroyed. And so war is hell. And nuclear bombs are even greater hell. So don't use them. And invite your opponent to have a cup of tea with you. And that way you can solve the problem. Tea is more powerful than tanks. That's my message. I was so happy, so surprised, so amazed to have this message. So I carried these 4 packets of peace tea to the Kremlin, to Palais Élysée, to 10 Downing Street, and to the White House, and delivered those packets of peace tea. And peace is a kind of other word for love. When you are at peace within yourself and at peace with other people, and you are at peace with nature, we have to make peace with everybody. Love is to make peace. And so at the moment, we are not only at war with other people in the name of religion, in the name of nationality, in the name of economic system, in the name of democracy, we kill each other. I think there is no reason good enough to kill other people. There is no cause good enough to kill anybody. The humanity comes before nationality. The human dignity comes before national sovereignty. So self-defense is a no good argument to kill other people. As I said, the love is my religion, and that is the greatest religion. All the other religions are like names, labels, Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Buddhist, etc. But real religion is love. All religions have love in their belief system. Like if you have a river, like you have Hudson River in America, Ganges in India, or some other river, Thames in London. But these are names. What is real river is water. So in the same way, Hindu, Muslim, Christian, these are names like Hudson, Thames, Ganges. But the real religion, like a real river, is water. The real religion is love. Love is common to all religions. And if you have no love and you have just a name, it's a dry river, river without water. What's the use of river without water? And so for me, that peace, message of peace, a message of love, is very practical. It's a very pragmatic. It's a everyday we need. We need to love our parents and our children and our husband and your wife and our neighbors and whoever you are, we love. If we can bring love back, then all other problems will be solved. At the moment, our problems are there because we don't have love in our heart.
In your beautiful book, Radical Love, you actually speak about the 4 obstacles to love.
First and foremost, criticizing other people. When you say you are wrong, you are doing this, you are wrong, you are doing that, criticizing other people means being judgmental. I'm right, you are wrong. And so I criticize you. Who am I to criticize anybody? Every human being is equally important. So I have no right to put down anybody, criticize anybody. So first, criticism, avoid. Second is no complaining. You complain is a similar, like you are criticizing, you are complaining. Oh, you did that wrong, you did that wrong, you are doing that wrong. How? There is no point in complaining. Other people do what they want to do, and you have to accept them. Love is to accept yourself as you are, others as they are, and then negotiate and participate and dialogue without criticizing and without complaining. And the third C is not comparing. You don't say, oh, my wife, you are not as good as that woman, or my husband, you are not as good as that man, or my child is not as good as that child. If you compare one person with other person, say Americans are not as good as Europeans, or Europeans are not as good as Indians or Chinese. You compare. Comparison does not lead to love. Comparison leads to this kind of segregation and the kind of separation. And so no comparison. So no criticism, no complaining, and not comparing. And the fourth C is controlling. I want to control. I want to control my husband or wife or children or parents or whoever. I want to be in charge. Nobody should be in charge. We are all equal human beings. We should participate. We are all friends. Nobody is higher, nobody is lower. This hierarchy, I don't believe in. I say every human being should have dignity. And that dignity is to accept everybody as special and unique, as a gift from the universe. And so I do not control or try to control anybody. So instead of these 4 C's, 4 obstacles to love, the best way to love is to participate. Participate in the process of life. Participate in gardening, cooking, writing, poetry, music, walking. Whatever you do with other people. And when you do for other people, you sing music for other people. You play guitar or violin or piano for other people. You write a poetry for other people. You write a book for other people. You grow food for other people. So participation. And then other people do something for you. So it's a kind of exchange of ideas. So that is how I think we should have love in our heart and not having all these 4 obstacles, 4 C's, I call them.
And if we can now connect the dots between love and joy, and if there would be a recipe for living a more joyful life, what would be the 3 main ingredients in your view?
I mean, 3 main ingredients is kindness. Kindness is everything. If you are kind to yourself, you are kind to other people, you are kind to children, you are kind to your parents, you're kind to your neighbors. Kind is a kind of expressing your love in kindness. So kindness is the first ingredient for love. The second is compassion. Compassion is when somebody is in pain, somebody is disappointed, or somebody is in a kind of pain or suffering. Then you leave your comfort and your comfort zone, and you leave your home and go out of your way to help the needy. Somebody is hungry, somebody is ill, somebody is in distress, somebody has a psychological problem. So at that time, pain of other people become your pain. That's a compassion. So kindness and compassion, that's the second quality. The third quality is generosity. Generosity is very important if you want to have love in your heart. You have to be generous. Don't hold on to something. Meanness is not good for love. So give your time, give your money, give your love, give. Giving is generosity. Rather than just take. We always want to take for me. I say, just give to somebody. And when you give somebody, somebody will give you. Then you have it. So you have from somebody else, and you give to somebody else. So that's a generosity. So the 3 positive qualities that we need to cultivate in our life is kindness, compassion, and generosity.
I know you've written a new book that was published just a couple of months ago, and you emphasize the interconnectedness of soil, soul, and society. Tell us more about the importance of these 3 dimensions and your latest book.
So my latest book, Soil, Soul, Society, published by Parallax Press in California. And I'm delighted that Parallax has published this book. So this is a new trinity for our time. The old trinity was égalité, liberté, fraternité in France, the French Revolution. And that was fine. It was good, but it's very human. And it does not include spiritual or ecological dimension. And then we have a Christian Trinity of Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. So I say Father, but what about the mother? And the Son, what about the daughter? And Holy Spirit, but what about the Holy Better? So it's not complete. And so I say we need a new Trinity for the age of love, for the age of ecology, for the age of holistic thinking. And so my new Trinity is soil, which is our relationship with natural world, soul, which is our inner transformation, inner change, and society, the human community. So I put soil first, because we have to remember, Andrea, that we are soil. The word human comes from humus, and humus means soil. So human beings are literally soil beings. So we have to think that we are soil. And therefore, we have to look after the soil. We have to maintain the integrity of the soil and the kind of beauty of the soil, and not think soil is a dead kind of dirt and they had no life. That we put chemicals and fertilizers and pesticides and herbicide and all those things we do to soil. So we have to maintain the soil. We have to build the soil. We have to put compost on the soil. Soil should have a kind of integrity, and soil should have an organic matter in it. And so taking care of the soil is the first and most important responsibility of every human being. If there is no good soil, with no humanity. Human word comes from soil, humus. So I put soil first, and soil represents all nature. Earth, air, fire, water are all sustained by soil. Water is there's no water. If there's no soil, there's no land, there's no earth. And you cannot have, we cannot live without the earth under our feet, and we cannot breathe. And the sunshine is coming to maintain the life from the soil. And so soil is a container of air, fire, water, and all other elements. So I put soil at the top. Soil is symbolic of all our natural world. And then I put soul, because that's our inner transformation. Outer transformation and inner transformation go hand in hand together. You cannot have a good society. You cannot have a good ecology. You cannot have a good environment if you are not kind, not compassionate, not generous, or not loving. So inner qualities are qualities of the soul. We are soulful. We are not just body. We are not just matter. Our world is ruled by materialism. We think that only what matters is material, and what can be measured is good, and what cannot be measured is not good or doesn't exist. I think that's wrong. You cannot measure or quantify love, kindness, compassion, generosity, peace. These are eternal soul qualities. So soul is something beyond matter. Consciousness. It's a consciousness. It's a kind of life. And so body and life, body and soul, those two together. Without soul, there's no body. Body is dead body. And without body, there's no soul, because we cannot have without the container, the body, soul cannot exist. And so soul and body go together. So soil and soul come together. And then society. Society is our human community. At the moment, we have war in Gaza, war in Ukraine, the conflict between China and Taiwan, the conflict between India and Pakistan, the conflict between this country and that country. Why are we fighting? This earth is home for everybody. So we have to go beyond these kind of quarrels and the fights and wars and military build up and weapons and nuclear bombs and NATO and all other kind of military alliances. And we are spending so much money on military. Just imagine China, India, Russia, America, Europe, all these countries are putting so much wealth and so much resources and so much money in military buildup. If all that money and those resources were put for human well-being and humanity and society, everybody is well off. Everybody will be fed. Everybody will have clothes. Everybody will have houses. And so we are wasting so much money on weapons and wars. And so I say society, we are all human beings. Before I'm an Indian, before I'm a Hindu, before I'm a Christian, before I'm a man, I'm a human being. The whole cosmos is my country. Whole planet is my home. All living beings are my family members. Nature is my nationality, and love is my religion. And yet I'm rooted in my community where I live and I belong. And I look after my community and I'm integrated. So this intimate community and ultimate cosmos come together. That's a trinity of our time. Soil, soul, society. It's a new trinity for our time. Andrea.
What would be some practical steps that our listeners could take to align their soul, the well-being, with the well-being of the planet, soil, and their communities?
What we have to think is to be aware, be mindful. At the moment, we are not aware. We just think that only thing what matters is my job and earning money and having a car and having a computer. All that is kind of our consciousness. So what we need to have is a consciousness about the relationship between humans and nature. Nature and humans are not separate. We are not above nature. We are nature. The moment we realize and we contemplate and we are conscious that we are nature, then we will embrace soil as our mother, earth as our mother, nature as our mother. That's a relationship. And so awareness, consciousness is very important. Mindfulness, very important. So the moment you are aware that nature is I am nature, I'm not above nature, I'm not separate from nature, you will be connected with soil. And the soul is the kind of meditation. You have to meditate that how can I cultivate compassion, humility, how can I cultivate love? How can I cultivate kindness and generosity? How can I be a bit more kinder to other people, kinder to nature? A little kinder is better than being aggressive, being kind of mean. And so being kinder is the food for the soul. And so always be mindful, always be aware that I need to be kind to people. I want to be kind to children. I want to be kind to poor. I want to be kind to ill. I was kind to somebody who's lost. Kindness is everything. So that's the kind of food for the soul. And then a society, when you see a human being, don't look at them as Hindu, Muslim, American, Russian, Chinese, black, white, man, woman. Look at them as human beings. We are first and foremost human beings. We all need food. We all have blood. We all have bones. We are all made of the same 5 elements: earth, air, fire, water. Whether you are Hindu or Muslim or Christian, earth will feed you. Water will quench your thirst. So we are first and foremost human beings. If that awareness, that generosity of spirit, we can cultivate in our mind, and then diversity should be celebrated. We have a unity of all humanity as one humanity. And then diversity. So wonderful to have many religions, wonderful to have many languages, wonderful to have many philosophies, wonderful to have many political systems, economic systems, and so on. Diversity should be celebrated. At the moment, our world is trying to make everything uniformity. Uniformity is not natural. Nature does not have uniformity. No two human beings are same. No two trees are same. No 2 days are same. Nature celebrates diversity. Our modern society is turning everything into uniformity. Same kind of jeans, same kind of Coca-Cola, same kind of McDonald's, same kind of architecture, high-rise buildings. Whether you go to Toronto or New York or Vancouver or Tokyo or Beijing or Delhi or Moscow, same high-rise buildings. So this uniformity is dangerous. We should celebrate diversity and see unity in diversity. Unity and diversity dance together. But our modern world is turning unity into uniformity and diversity into divisions. And that's a negative. So we have to turn division into diversity and uniformity into unity. And that is the way we can celebrate the new trinity: soil, soul, society. And I hope that your listeners can read the book Soil, Soul Society, and get more detail in the book about this philosophy.
Absolutely. I encourage everyone to read not only this new book that you've just launched, but all the other books that you have written. You often advocate for an evolution in the education system that transitions from the 3 R's to the 3 H: head, heart, and hands.
Yes, I do that because at the moment our education is very head oriented, and we forget that we are whole body. All from age 5 to 20, primary school, secondary school, and university. We are just training the head, not even whole head, only the half brain. Because in our head, in our brain, there are two hemispheres, the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere. Our education is mostly about left hemisphere, about management, about jobs, about logic, about rationality, about reasoning, about science. And we don't cultivate in our education the right brain, the right hemisphere of the brain, which is intuition and poetry and music and relationship and love and kindness. So this is right hemisphere of the brain. So I want our education, our schools, our universities, our colleges to pay attention to both hemisphere of the brain, right hemisphere and the left hemisphere. And then we are whole body. We have hands, and we don't do anything with our hands. We don't teach our children how to garden, how to cook. Every school in the world should have a garden so that children can learn how to plant a seed. Children can learn how to water a plant. Children can learn the magic of plants and how flowers come, and then out of flower, how the fruit come, and how the fruit ripens and becomes delicious and juicy and sweet and colorful. All that magic of nature, our children have to experience, and they can't experience unless they don't see it. They only see high-rise buildings and concrete schools and universities and books and television screens and computer screens and all that. So that's not very good. So, and heart is again cultivating the devotion, the love, the relationship, the feelings. If we don't feel things, only think, and not feel, then it's not good. So thinking is head, feeling is heart, and making is hand. So we become makers. When we use our hands, we become makers. At the moment, our society is a society of consumers. We want to make the society of makers. That's the message of new educational philosophy of head, heart, and hands. 3 H's instead of 3 R's.
And how can people cultivate more joy in the face of the global challenges like climate change and inequality and conflict, some of the realities that we're all exposed to in one way or another?
Don't allow yourself to be miserable by what governments are doing, what Modi in India, or Xi Jinping in China, or Putin in Russia, or Trump in America, or wherever. Don't allow them to control your life. You have to make a good life where you live. So I don't allow them to make me miserable. I can't do anything what Trump is saying or what Modi is saying in Delhi, but I can cultivate my garden. I can cook. I can love my neighbor. I can go out and teach children. I can start a school. I can start a college. I started a Schumacher College. I can write a book. I can write a poetry. I can sing a song. I can do hundreds of things which do not need Modi, Xi Jinping, Putin, Trump, or anybody else. So allow yourself to live a good life in spite of the miserable things which are going on in the world. And then, of course, you kind of be an activist, a peace activist. I'm a peace activist. So once I live a good life for myself, then I go out in the world and say to people, don't join the army, don't support the military, don't support wars, don't support ecological destruction, and try to look after our environment, and don't put too much carbon emission and create global warming and climate change in the world. So I do my best to communicate those ideas to my neighbors, to my friends, and I go out and demonstrate as well. But with that happiness, I'm an activist inspired by love and not by anger, not by fear, not by anxiety. I believe that all our actions must emerge out of love, And then you will have no burnout, and you can be an activist up to the last breath of your life.
What gives you hope as you reflect on the next generation and their role in shaping a more sustainable future for all of us?
What gives me hope is grassroots actions taking place all around the world. There are thousands upon thousands of people, young people, but also older people, are engaged in permaculture, organic farming, good education, many good activities helping the old people. Many good activities are happening all over the world in many communities. I go to India, I go to China, I go to Taiwan, I go to Japan. I'm coming to America in September this year. And I find lots and lots of people are doing good things. And that gives you hope. The change is not going to come from the White House. Change is not going to come from Kremlin. Change is not going to come from 10 Downing Street in London. Change is going to come from bottom at the grassroots level, from people like you and me. We are the leaders. Modi and Xi Jinping and Putin and Trump are just like names. But we can lead a new life, and we can create like Martin Luther King, like Mahatma Gandhi, like Nelson Mandela, like Mother Teresa, like Wangari Maathai. All these women and men have led from the grassroots level, from bottom up. So that gives me hope that lots and lots of people, individuals, are engaged in permaculture, in organic farming, in whole foods, in vegetarian foods, in vegan foods, in kind of saving energy. And they are interested in poetry, music, art, culture, dancing. That's where the life and happiness is.
What advice would you have for someone seeking to find their own purpose in their life to make a more positive contribution to our world?
My advice to everybody is simply that when you wake up in the morning, smile at yourself and breathe in, breathe out, smile. Smile is very important. It's a small action, but very big impact. And then let go. Let go of any attachment. Let go of any possessiveness. Let go of any anger. Let go of any fear. Let go of any anxiety. And then act in your world. And so write a poetry or sing a song or dance or do a gardening, do cooking, write a book, go out and help somebody in a hospital or in a school, teach. A doctor is there helping people. We should be grateful. Teachers are there teaching children. We should be grateful. So that gratitude is very important. And gratitude will make you happy. And with that gratitude, you go out and do the same thing or similar thing. Teach children or take care of the ill or sick. Or do the gardening to feed the people. Do something, but just breathe, smile, relax, and let go. That's a simple exercise everybody can do every morning.
What is one of the most important mantra that you have lived by since you were young?
That's a good question. One mantra which I learned from childhood and that I use every day, and I have practiced that, is Charaiveti, Charaiveti, Charaiveti. Charaiveti means keep moving, keep flowing, keep flowing. Don't get stagnant. Don't get stuck. If a river gets stuck and stagnant, it will not be clean. It will stagnate and it will have bad smell. River is good only if it keeps flowing. In the same way, our life should keep flowing. So keep walking, keep moving, keep flowing. Don't get stuck in any ideology. Don't get stuck in any prejudices. Don't get stuck in any kind of lifestyle. Always transform, always change, always improve, always move, always flow. Charaiveti, Charaiveti, Charaiveti.
Any final words of wisdom, Satish?
I started this podcast with the idea of love. I think love yourself, love other people, love nature. That's the real wisdom. And then live life as if we are here to serve. We are here to love. There is no burden. We have no responsibility of anything other than living good life and loving each other. And that's my wisdom.
Thank you immensely, Satish. It's been such a pleasure to speak with you today.
My pleasure.